Hello everybody, it's Sean O'Connell, the managing director here at CinemaBlend, and welcome back to my run-through Game of Thrones every single episode before we get to Season 8. I'm a new watcher, reacting and analyzing everything that I think is going on in the show. We are up to Season 3, Episode 7, which I'm told is called The Bear and the Maiden Fair. No real clue who that is referring to. I know we have wolves and lions, but I've not heard of a bear before. Suddenly, we're staring at 4 potential weddings or marriages that are happening, and I find that to be pretty interesting, and they were emphasized a lot in the previously on Game of Thrones thing, so I'm sure it's going to be significant. So anyway, let's dive into The Bear and the Maiden Fair. We'll continue our analysis and discussion about all the things that are happening on Game of Thrones. A reminder, if you're interested in the way that I like to analyze pop culture, I do a podcast called Real Blend with 2 of my friends, Jake Hamilton and Kevin McCarthy, both junketeers and movie critics and great analyzers of pop culture. So if you want to subscribe to our podcast, do me a favor, go over to Real Blend, REELBLEND. For now, while you're here for Game of Thrones. Go down, hit subscribe, turn on your notifications. You know the deal by now. Great things will happen to you, including an analysis of this episode, The Bear and the Maiden Fair. Oh, Michelle McLaren steps up to the plate. Here we go.
That rain will cost us another day.
Oh, Frey will wed.
Lord Frey will take this delay as a slight.
He can take it as he likes. He's getting the wedding he wanted.
He's getting a wedding. It was a king he wanted.
Edmure is the best match a Frey has had in the history of their house.
He's distracted, Cat.
You're my queen.
I have your little prince or princess inside me.
Oh, boy.
Maybe one of each.
You should be with one of your own.
And you're one of my own. I've never heard a calm word from your mouth.
You would if you were mine.
You tried to kill her last
I think
episode.
Pretty's gonna make you happy.
But don't touch me.
You won't love him so much when you find out what he really is.
A bastard.
I'd like a report on the meetings of my small council.
You're welcome to attend the meetings of your small council, Your Grace.
I've been very busy. You've been holding the council meetings in the Tower of the Hand instead of the small council chamber. So if I wanted to attend a council meeting, I would now have to climb all the stairs in the Tower of the Hand.
We could arrange to have you carried.
Tell me about the Targaryen girl.
Curiosities on the far side of the world are no threat to us.
But how do we know these dragons are just curiosities and not the beasts that brought the whole world to heel?
Because we have been told as much by the many experts who serve the realm by counseling the king on matters about which he knows nothing.
But I haven't been counseled.
You are being counseled at this very moment. From now on, I will see to it that you are appropriately consulted on important matters, whenever necessary.
Yes, as I deem appropriate. Just say thank you
Yunkai,
and let him lead.
the Yellow City. We don't need Yunkai, Khaleesi.
Well, it's on the map,
How
so
many
it's
slaves
important.
are there in Yunkai?
200,000?
And we have 200,000 reasons to take the city. Se ponžo obulia yon mazurina. Lodar henkos vesho se hai astropot Yunkai putilsa.
Here's how this is gonna go. He's gonna say no.
Now comes the noble Razdal no Eraz of that ancient and honorable house,
She's gonna
master
prevail
of
over
men
him.
and speaker to savages, to offer terms of peace. Noble lord, you are in the presence of Daenerys Stormborn of House Targaryen, queen of the Andals and the First Men, Khaleesi of the Great Grass Sea, breaker of chains and mother of dragons.
Breaker of chains. She doesn't want your gift. She wants your slaves. Ooh, gold.
There is far more than this awaiting you on the deck of your ship. You shall have as many ships as you require. Sail them back to Westeros where you belong and leave us to conduct our affairs in peace.
I have a gift for you as well. Your life. You will release every slave in Yunkai. Reject this gift, and I shall show you no mercy.
And we have powerful friends who would take great pleasure in destroying you. Perhaps we'll make a slave of you as well. You swore me safe conduct.
I did. Bet my dragons made no promises.
Take the gold.
Danny, ask for half of the slaves. Half of the slaves is fair.
My gold. You gave it to me, remember? And I shall put it to good use. You'd be wise to do the same with my gift to you.
The Yunkish are proud people. They will not bend.
What happens to things that don't bend?
They break.
I didn't ask for this marriage.
She's a beautiful girl. You said so yourself.
That doesn't mean that...
I'm your whore.
Aw.
And when you are tired of fucking me, I will be nothing.
After all the running and fighting, here I am back where I started.
Do you miss it?
No.
King's Landing.
Your father's house.
Never had a father. I was born in Flea Bottom.
Your blood is noble.
You saying my father, he was some lord or...
He was
There.
the king.
Your father's house.
I'm just a bastard.
The bastard of Robert of the House Baratheon. Why do you think the Gold Cloaks wanted you? There is power in a king's blood.
Yet another suitor for the throne.
The Red God is the one true God.
He's not my one true God.
Who's yours?
Death.
Woo! Arya, goth phase.
Spotted a Lannister raiding party.
How far?
Less than a day's ride south.
Get him!
But what about River Run? It's not south. It's west of here.
It will still be west of here 2 days from now.
I hope the Lannisters kill you all.
One day you'll understand. But now...
Kick all you like wolf go. Won't do you no good.
I thought you were gone.
Hook up!
Tomorrow.
Kiss!
When Catelyn Stark released you, we both made a promise to her. Now it's your promise. You gave your word.
I will return the Stark Ghost to their mother.
Goodbye, Sir Jaime.
Aw, in an alternate universe, those two are adorable. They raise a happy family of lambs and pups.
Here. Let me.
Qyburn hopes your father will force the Citadel to give him back his chain. You will give my regards to Lord Tywin, I trust.
Tell Robb Stark I'm sorry I couldn't make his uncle's wedding. The Lannisters send their regards.
Don't you worry about your friend. We'll take good care of her.
Where is he?
Who, my lord? There's no one here but you, me, and Violet.
Please.
We heard so much about it.
Psychological torture. Told you.
I'm sorry. Terrible timing.
This guy's awful.
I was getting jealous.
Why is this happening?
Your famous cock must be very precious to you. Would you say it's your most precious part?
No! Oh, a spider! Save me, Jon Snow. My dress is made of the purest silk from Tra-la-la-la-lally Day.
I'd like to see you in a silk dress.
I've come around on Ygritte.
Maybe one day I'll take you to Winterfell.
Oh, maybe one day I'll take you there.
Ygritte, I know your people are brave. No one denies that.
You know nothing.
6 times in the last 1,000 years, a king beyond the walls attacked the kingdoms. 6 times they failed. The 7th will be the same.
Mance is different.
You don't have the discipline. You don't have the training. Your army is no army. You don't know how to fight together.
You don't know that.
I do. If you attack the wall, you'll die. All of you.
All of us. You're mine. And I'm yours. And if we die, we die. But first we'll live.
Yes. First we'll live.
Or he may betray you.
Bran needs to find the Raven beyond the wall.
Oh, no, I'm not going back there. You don't understand. You don't know. You don't know. None of you know. None of you have been up there.
I had a man once. A good man. Bruni, his name was. But one night, Bruni disappears. I knew he'd come back.
Even Bran's like, backstory.
And he did. Only it wasn't Bruni. His skin was pale, like a dead man's. His eyes bluer than clear sky. He came at me. I could feel the life slipping out of me. I don't know how I got the knife. I stuck it deep into his heart.
And nothing happened.
And he hardly seemed to notice. I had to burn our hut down. With him inside. Meant the North was no place for men to be. Not anymore.
So why did the Citadel take your chain?
The only way to treat disease is to understand disease.
You performed experiments on living men.
On dying men.
With their permission.
My studies have given me insight.
Did you get a bird up to Brienne's father in Tarth?
Lord Selwyn Tarth offered 300 gold dragons for his daughter's safe return. Locke won't take it.
Why not?
He's convinced Lord Tarth owns all the sapphire mines in Westeros.
Oh, no.
We have to return to Harrenhal.
Why?
I've left something behind.
How have I come 180 degrees on Jaime Lannister? Oh my god.
Gold, sapphires, whatever you want, just get out of there.
Go buy yourself a golden hand and f*** yourself with it.
Jaime, bring a sword with you.
Will not.
What?
The fuck you doing to my bear? Lord Bolton charged me with bringing him back to King's Landing. Alive.
Shoot him again.
Hold my legs.
Shoot him again! Did they really pull him up or would they push him back down?
Well, we must be on our way. Sorry about the sapphires.
Season 3, Episode 7. And I think one of my favorite lines of the entire series so far has been, I've left something behind. Which shows how far Jaime has come. And he's, again, still capable of truly horrible things. And I'm not hashtag Team Lannister by any stretch. But that's a fascinating journey for Jaime so far. I love that he rode back to rescue Brienne, even though, you know, it's his lie that put her in jeopardy. I'm anxious for him to get back with his family. I can't see him bowing to Tywin or even really necessarily being in love with Cersei anymore. Like, he's a totally changed man from when they last saw him. So let's detour to Theon and this ongoing psychological and physical torture. Who is this person and why is this happening to him? I'm gonna need that answer fairly soon. The Brotherhood continues to fascinate me. Like, they're an interesting bunch, and I think will be a significant factor in the big picture in general because of their commitment to the Lord of the Light and their ability to wield magics. But Arya is back in the possession of the Hound, and I find that interesting because the Hound seems to have loyalty to Sansa and maybe an overarching loyalty to the Starks in a way that has not been explained to us just yet. Jon Snow explains to Ygritte that the wildlings have attacked the wall before. This episode was all about distinguishing the differences between the wildlings and the way that they operate and the way that the people in the north operate. How they march into battle to a drum, and how there are people who carry the flags, and there are rules and regulations that are followed, and the wildlings don't believe that, right? And that's why Jon Snow ultimately says to her, like, you're not organized enough. You guys are brave. No one's going to take that from you. But bravery almost equates to foolishness when it comes to the grand schemes of how to fight a battle. And you're going to lose. This was a really good script. And she says all of you or all of us, essentially. Like, you're not part of that you, and gives the you're mine and I'm yours and we may die together, but we're a bond. But where is Jon's loyalty in that? I don't know 100%. I don't know if Jon Snow is truly loyal to the wildlings. He sort of has this vision, this fantasy of what Ygritte could look like as a lady. But he's got, he still keeps a bit of the wildling thing to him also, in that he's loyal to their cause and is fighting for them right now. But Jon Snow is one of these people who's torn in a million different directions, and I never quite know where he's going to go. They keep teasing Walder Frey, and Robb was told several episodes ago by the dude who beheaded. He said, you lost this war the minute you fell in love with that girl. And this is turning out to be true. Robb Stark is completely distracted by his new wife and Talisa and now potentially the baby that's in her belly. So that's borderline fascinating. We catch up on Sansa and Tyrion's juggling Sansa, and he's also juggling Shay, which is going to become a problem for him. And then we get to Dany. So for this whole time now, she's been Mother of Dragons, which are now Jurassic Park level CGI wonders. They look great. For an HBO television show, and again, I'm sure the budget increased as HBO realized they had a hit show on their hands. But the dragons look fantastic. They're characters now, and Dany's using them to her advantage. Not only is she mother of dragons, significant, she's the breaker of chains, right? She's getting this reputation of whatever city she goes to, she's going to free the slaves, and Dany's going to treat them as free people, free men and women. And that's going to be also to her significant advantage, because we learn that this new city, Yunkai, that she marches on, has 200,000 slaves, and she overreaches, in my opinion. Like, if I were her, maybe as a strategist, I would have taken the gold that they offered, and I would have said, release 100,000 of your people, and I'll leave you be. Give me the ships, give me the 100,000, but Dany doesn't really stand for enslaved people, captive people, and she wants them all released, and so we'll figure out how that goes. The other significant thing that happened in this episode, the Bear and the Maiden Fair, is Gendry's told by the Red Priestess, the Red Woman, that is an heir to Robert's throne, that he's a bastard child of King Robert, and that King's Landing is his. Oh, and you know what? She's pitting Gendry against Stannis. Then last time we saw her with Stannis, she was essentially like, your light is not significant anymore. It's so funny that like a character who you meet very briefly, like Ned Stark, unearths him when he's researching who Robert's bastards are, and Gendry doesn't seem like much of anybody, right? But through the course of the evolution of the show, he becomes yet another person with a bid to the throne, and so we'll figure out how that goes. Tywin and Joffrey got a scene, but all that basically told us was that Tywin reminds him who's really the boss, and Joffrey's upset that he's not being consulted, but why should he be? He's a lunatic. So, we are in the home stretch of season 3. The final episodes tend to be the most exciting of Game of Thrones seasons, and so I'm strapped in and ready for 8, 9, and 10. So make sure that you're around for my reaction and analysis to those final episodes of season 3, and we'll continue to work our way through all of the episodes as we get ready for episode 1 of season 8, which is coming soon. So go down, hit subscribe, turn on your notifications, and follow along with me on this journey through Game of Thrones.